Hello and welcome in this new video of originalcasiokenya.com. Today is 19th of June 2022 and I'm going to introduce you the new watches that they have come from United States, California in May. This is the third time that I'm shooting this video, and this was because of some technical issue. That's why this video it is been posted with a little bit of delay, almost 1 month. So I'm very sorry for that, but now we go straight to the watches. The first watch that I want to introduce you is called AW80V-5BV. You will see the writing, the name on the video, and this is part of a. Let me show you first the watch. This is the watch. It's a very nice watch that is, as you can see, differently from other Casio watches. This one is having a strap in nylon kind of fabric, very nice. So it's very comfortable. You have infinite position where you can adjust the dimension of the strap, and it's very light. But this one exists in another version that we've already seen in the past, with a normal, let's call it normal strap that is in resin. But now let's concentrate with this one. Okay, this one, by the way, is costing 4,500, and by this one, the cost is 6,500. So let's concentrate this with this watch. I put it under the camera so that you can see it better. Let me start the camera first. Put it under the camera, and as you can see, is a very nice face of the watch with the number of the hours, and then there are even the 24 hours in red just here near, and then is having of course the hand of the minutes and the end of the hours, and then up here there are the minutes. Here you can see the writing. This button is for the light. You will see the light that is coming from the side. Even maybe I add a small video here on the side where you can see properly how it looks during the night. There is a button here called search. We will see later for what is it for, and then the mode button and the adjust button. And the mode button, the first mode that you have is 30. It's a memory for 30. You can store in the watch 30 phone numbers. This can be very handy in case maybe your smartphone finish the battery and you want to call someone that you don't remember the number. You can store 30 numbers here, and of course after you need to use a watch phone of your friend, but you can have 30 different numbers here. In this moment there is not even one, but so you don't see, but it's possible to store 30 numbers here. So next one is having the world time. Here you have different time for different part of the world. You can see I'm going in front, Hong Kong, Tokyo. This is very handy for the people that travel. And then I'm having here the signal that from this menu you can put on or off the possibility for the watch to make a hourly signal. That means every hour it makes a double beep. And from here you have 1-2 alarm plus a snooze alarm, so it has 3 alarm, the watch. And then you have a timer, 24-hour timer, but of course you can put the minutes that you need. For example, you want to put a timer of 10 minutes, you can do it from here. You reset. If you want to put, like, let's say 10 minutes timer, you push this button and then you choose the minutes, 9:10, and then you make it to start. And then there is a stopwatch with 100 of a second. Of course, it's having the split time, the total time, and so on, like all the Casio watches. And then last menu is to set the analogic part of the watch. You can change the time here. So this watch, as you can see, is very nice. I like it. I love it because of this part that is in with the leather here, and the color itself. The face is very bright white, so this light in the night, with this light is possible to read all the face very nicely. It's the first watch. I remind you the cost for this one is 6,000 Kenyan shilling for this one. Second watch. Okay, again, for the same watch, there is this other option, variation, only that is having the strap is in metal, but it's basically the same watch, so I don't repeat everything. It's basically, as you can see, the same watch with the same function. So this watch, it comes in 3 different variations. There are these 3. You can see here. This one is 6,500. This one is 6,000, and this one 5,000 for the last one. This one is 5,000, 6,000, 6,500. Let's go with the next watch. Even this watch is having a strap that is in fabric, nylon, very comfortable and very nice. You can see it here. This is let me put under the camera again. The particularity of this watch is that it is analog, so very easy, very simple to read. In this moment, for example, it has been put in a wrong position because it's like midnight, but now is so you can see when I adjust the time, it has changed the date. So let's put it now in the right time. You can see even how to change the time for the watch, like all the normal analogic watch. You just wind this small crown here up to 11. Now is 11:36. Yes. So you can see it has changed even the date to 19th. And there are the second, the minute, and the hours. And the particularity of this watch, it is that is having this button here. Normally the analogic watch, they don't have a light, but this one is having not only a light, it's having a very strong light. This light is so strong that it can be used during the night in case you don't, and by the way, it's fading by after 3 seconds. You see it has this very nice fading out effect that is so nice. And it's so strong. I was saying that really during the night, in case you wake up and you want to see without reaching all the light, you can use it like a small torch. This watch, it comes in 2 colors. I will put the second color that is basically like the color of this one. It's the same color of the one that we have seen before, but it comes even this one in the same color of this one. It's having this leather accent here. In this case, we are having the green color, military green, and it's coming even with this color here that is brown. Even the face change a little bit. The numbers, they are more brownish than this one. Now maybe the camera you can see better even the color. I'll put a little bit more of be too much. You can see it. Third watch that I want to introduce you today is one of my favorite. Is a G-SHOCK. As you can see, is solar charging. Is a G-SHOCK that is solar. This watch is much heavier than the watch that I've just taken that was very light. This one is very strong watch. You can see even how big it is. It's a watch that can really support any kind of mistreatment. You can really use it as a beater watch. I mean, you can use it every day. And the particularity of this watch is that you don't need to change the battery. Normally the battery of these other watches, the one that you've seen before, for example, these ones, by the way, they have a battery of 10 years, so not that you have really to worry too much about to changing the battery of this watch. 10 years means that if you buy today, you are going to change the battery in 2032, and after in 2042 when you have changed that. So instead, this one, in any case, you don't need to change any battery. This one, it's self-charging. It's enough to wear it normally, and the light of the sun itself, but even the normal light of an environment like today, there is not much sun, but already is charging. It's having a very efficient solar panel in front that charge the battery inside. So even if you leave this watch in a drawer, completely darkness, still normally the battery, without being charging by the solar panel, lasts like 18 months. So it's enough that at least in those 18 months, sometime you take it out, you put it in the sun, and it will charge again. And let me put it under the camera here. You can see much better. It's very beautiful, very nice. And it's having the analogic part and the digital part. This digital part here, you have again the time. Here you have the day of the week, and here the second. But you can change it. What you display here in these small circles here. For example, now there is the time, but pushing this upper button here, you can put the date. So now is 19th of June, and the second they remain here. Other function, you have seen there is the light. This light is beautiful, very strong, and during the night it really lights all the face and even the single digital part. You can see now some video that I will put here on the side, that I've shot in the past days, and you can see how it really lights well. And then you have the mode button here. So you have the world time with all the different time and different time zone in the world. So now, if, for example, there is Cairo, Jerusalem. This is very handy, of course, for the people that travel. And then you're having the stopwatch, start, split, stop. So the timer again, in this case, is put to 5 minutes. After 5 minutes, it will beep. You can see here it has started. Now I stop it. Let me start again. This watch should have the possibility to remove the hands from the screen when you need to use this small digital screen. Let's see if I'm able to do it. In this moment I can't remember which are the combination of the button to remove the hands, but maybe I will put a video here in which I will show you how to do it. And then there is the stopwatch, the timer, the alarm is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alarm plus the signal plus, and each of these alarm can be on or off. You can see I put it on or off. And that's all, and that's it. So this watch, let me show you again the light. In this moment there is a, you can see it's really very nice watch. So here it is. Next watch that I want to introduce you today is called, this watch, by the way, the name is GS101E, and the cost for this one is 18,000 Kenyan shillings. Next watch is the MRW 200H-3BV. Here it is. It's a diver. That means you can use it to go even underwater. All the G-SHOCK, like for example the one before, they are all diver because they are G-SHOCK in any case. So this one can go up to 200 meters. It's water resistant up to 200 meters. This one instead is 100 meters. You say it's a diver and is having less possibility to go down, yes, because of course this one has a different cost. This one is a diver, but it's costing only 5,000 Kenyan shillings. And you can see is a diver up to 100 meters, and it's a very simple watch. Let me show you under the camera again. You have the hour, the minutes, and the date here, and then there are the hour in 24 hours format. That's all. This one doesn't have any special function. It's just a watch that is simple. It tells you the time. It's very fashionable, very nice. You can see it here. It's called MRW 200, and it's coming in two different colors, in this green or in red. The color is similar to this one that now is another watch, but imagine this one with the color of this one. And I'll put the video, a picture of it, the different color here in the screen, so that you can see it. Cost is 5,000. Next watch, MW600. This watch here. This one is a very tough watch. It's not a G-SHOCK, but it's almost. This one is part of the watch of the HD family. That means heavy duty. And so it's very tough watch. This one again is a 10-year battery. You can read here, and it is having a water resistant of I think 100 meter or 200 meter now. I will confirm on the video here, because now it's 100 meters. 100 meters. This one, water resistant. It's coming in three different colors. In this case, we are having this blue. Now, in this moment, the day is very dark, so you cannot see it well. But under the sun, it shines very nicely. It is in a very nice blue. I will put some pictures here so that you can see how it looks like during the day when there is a nice light. And it's coming in a different color: blue, red, and gold. I will put again the pictures here so that you can see all the different colors. I remind you, this is a tough watch. It's part of the HD family, heavy duty family. In the night there is a lume that show you the two hands, and I will put here again a video in which you can see how it looks like in the night. Next watch, STR 300-7. This one again is costing 4,500. We have in this nice pink color, very suitable for the ladies. Even the digits are in pink, and this is for runners in particularity. Is having a lot of possibility with the stopwatch. It takes very many different times. I don't know all the function of this watch. I've not studied, but it's having you see a possibility to run different times. You reset, you start from here. I think it was even running. Okay, this is the timer. Alarm. 5 alarm. Dual time. And here is the stopwatch. Here you reset. You start from here, you can see, stop and reset. All this time they are stored in the memory of the watch. You can see before it was number 3, now 4, because the time it has been stored inside. There is a manual that will come with the watch, so that for the people that are interested, this kind of watch for runners that takes all the time, they can study the manual that by the way is even in internet, and you can use this watch in all these functions. It's very, very nice watch. You can get a lot of fun with it when you study and you understand how it works. The cost for this watch, if I've not said before, is 4,500. Next watch, I think this was the last watch of the new bundle that they have come for, of the new stock that they have come for the last stock from USA. Maybe there is only this one. But this one is a watch that was already, we had already had here in the original Casio Kenya, maybe with a different, just a different graphic on the face. This one is called AQS 800. AQS 800. Yeah, the cost for this one is 7,500. Sorry, I was just checking. I was double checking here in the computer. 7,500 AQS 800W-1B2VCF. This is a solar watch, like the one that we have seen, like the one for the G-SHOCK that we've seen before. It's solar. These two watches are solar. Of course, the cost is very much different because the G-SHOCK is 18,000, but this one is 7,500. But it has the same characteristic. I mean, the battery will last forever because it's always recharged when you wear it. There are some solar panels here, very efficient, that they will recharge the battery. Let me put it under the camera again here. So as you can see, is having this is an analog digital watch. Here you have the time with the hand, hour hand, minutes hand, and then there are the numbers of the hours here. But then and then down here is having the digital part, like by the way the G-SHOCK that you've seen before. In this case you can show you again the time, or you can show the date, the time of the day of the week, or the date with the day of the month and the month, 19th of June, again the time, and this is Sunday, you can see down there. Again, it's a different mode. The first one tells you how is the charging of the battery. In this moment is high. It means this watch in this moment, the battery, the solar battery inside is charged to his maximum. And then is having the world timer. Again, Paris, different time in the world. You can choose Rome, Berlin, Stockholm, and so on, Athens. And then you have the alarm, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 alarm, plus the signal. The timer is having 2 timer, by the way. You can see 1 and 2 timer. To start them, maybe you first need to set up the okay, we will see later. This is the stopwatch with 100 of a second. You stop, you reset from here, and again the time. Yeah, you first need to set up the timer. I'm going back to the timer. Let's say you put it 2 minutes, and then it will start the timer of 2 minutes. The second timer, you can have 2 of this timer, and now you can set up the minutes again to 0. Let's put it again to 0. So from 0 it will not start. Stopwatch we have said, and the normal time, or the time, or in this case there is the date, or the time, or the day of the week. So these are the new small introduction to the new watches that they've come in May. And I hope that you enjoyed the video that can give you a better idea of the watches that are available here in original Casio Kenya. If you want to buy one of these watches, please WhatsApp me. The number is 0797699969, or write me an email, info@originalcasiokenya.com. Or you can just check the watch that are available in our website, that is www.originalcasiokenya.com. Thank you for watching, and let's catch up in the next video. Bye.